pasó? No cursing, mother ducker!
Welcome into the stream, everybody. How we doing today?
Nope.
Happy Tuesday.
Nope.
Come on.
We're leaving.
I'm hated by everyone. How is everybody doing today? It is so damn good to see you all today. Happy Tuesday. Happy 2 days before Thanksgiving for all of our American friends. For everybody else, happy Tuesday. I know the hand's feeling a little bit heavy. For those of you who do not know, Caitlin and I had our wedding yesterday. It was a delight. Reverend Charles was fantastic. And now I actually get to wear my super dope ring all of the time. And Gizmo was not amused by any of this. You good, buddy? It's cold, so he's just simply wanting to be alone. Happy people that give benefits for you to stay together and complicate separating. That is a pretty good way to call it. It really is. Although, I mean, to be fair, that also assumes that we would ever separate, which I don't see that happening. I don't. It's been just shy of 4 years and we've never had a single argument. So I feel like it's gonna be... I feel like we got nothing to worry about. Hey, Ethan, thank you so much, man. Caitlin gets full credit. Like, she was the one who found him. I'll take it off for anybody who hasn't seen mine. It's super fucking sick. It's purple. It's got some sandstone, so it's got a little bit of a, like, almost kind of galaxy shimmer to it. It is... She outdid herself finding those. She really did. But yes, thank you guys. They weren't custom made. They weren't. We just found them on an Etsy shop after doing a... She did so much research to find the perfect ones. I think it was just like a little over $200 for both of them together. So it really wasn't bad. I'm not. No jinxing. No fingers crossed or any shit behind my back. There is no jinxing. I feel like we're both pretty damn committed. Purple is really neat. Give Galaxy vibes as well. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, it is. Caitlin found such a perfectly us set of rings. It's really, really awesome. But yeah, no, the ceremony was fantastic yesterday. I'll potentially share the picture in the Discord, but my favorite favorite picture that came from the whole thing is as we were like all together doing a little bit of group photos before actually starting the ceremony. Reverend Charles, who did it for us, was he was taking pictures with everyone's phone, and there's
No cursing, mother ducker.
I'll put both of those up. Thank you for the kind present, Haley. But so he was taking pictures, and so we were getting a whole group photo, and then he's like, you know what, mind if I do a selfie one? So I have a picture in landscape of Reverend Charles standing there smiling with a thumbs up and us in the background. That is honestly fucking beautiful. But it was fantastic. It couldn't have been any better. But I am so damn happy to see you all. Ruby, Haley, Ethan, it is a pleasure. Everybody, Larkin, thank you so much for dropping by. I can recognize the beautiful greetings because they're not for you. Hey, fair enough. That is fair. But how's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend / start to the week? Obviously, it's Ace Attorney Day. I still need to hang these up. That was very convenient that I had my Ace Attorney pin right there. But it's Ace Attorney Day. It is Tuesday. What else could it mean? So it is time for tangents. So we got a little bit of a harsh deadline on today's stream. Because we are doing an early Thanksgiving at my parents' place tonight. So we got 2 hours. We got 2 hours to make some progress. And I am determined to do that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'll make the entire town in your next session purple. Please do, Haley. But yes, we are on day 1 of the trial for the final case of the second Ace Attorney game. I am very excited. I don't know what's gonna happen because this case has already been super wild. So this should be fun. Happy colonizer celebration. Exactly. Happy stealing of an entire country from another people and pretending we didn't genocide. Yay! There's no way to smoothly transition to this. If you like the music you hear in the background, do yourself a favor, go check out Joshua aka Reset Vibes. Man does not commit genocide, and he does make some incredible tunes. Was that smooth? Was that solid right there? But with that being said, let's just jump into it. Let's get things going. And killing them with European diseases, exactly. All those real friendly things that the Europeans are so very well known for, / now Americans, because woo everything in a Nestle level of evil. You're not wrong. You're really not. Barf out of character and character. I think my identity crisis will overshadow that. If I'm past it, I'll probably only make a comment on how weird the town is all purple. Fair enough. But yes, we are here to kick off day 1 of the trial. I'm gonna guess there's 2 days, so we'll see what happens. But let's just get into this. I am ready to progress. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, it'll include a filter so everything will also look purple, including the people. Beautiful. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Oh, nope, that's not who I thought it was. Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Who's calling me? Hello? Not to give you any ideas, but I'm picturing a spell or curse of sorts that everything in town is seen under a purple lens. That would work. It's him. Beep. Yeah, no, I can't help but get uncomfortable every time they have Mia Pearls on screen, because, like, I know there's some weird shit. There's some really inappropriate things, and I'm just now remembering that I have not started the no cursing timer. I will fix that. 20 minutes on the clock. Clicky, clicky, now. Let me put that where it belongs. But, like, the whole Pearls Mia thing feels like it takes the cake. Like, It feels worse than the whole 16-year-old being pursued by significantly older dudes. Because you're essentially sexualizing a child because she has, like, it's... They always make sure to point out this is Pearls, and yet it's an adult body, and it's just weird and uncomfortable every time.
This is Wright.
Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya. She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Uh-oh. Don't worry. People don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Good. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
We'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift. Wouldn't this situation make us incapable of being this guy's lawyer? Yeah, no, this feels like a major conflict of interest. But I guess it also depends on anyone finding out that our partner was kidnapped and we're being told that we have to get this guy off or she dies. So it is fully reliant on us staying silent. Which is not an easy thing. Except it kind of is in this situation, because, again, Maya dies if we don't. I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! You have to get this guy off! Jimmy's not here. Always with that emote, Haley.
The kidnapper sent me a present.
Mr. Lawyer Dude. Who is that?
No one.
It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? You know, Nick, you're kind of a bad liar. Which I guess isn't the worst thing for an attorney. I don't know. It's just thoroughly cleaning a hand. I still don't believe you on that, Haley.
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on Card. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh yeah, who's it gonna... Is it still... What's her name?
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
Oh, that's right, you made it to court. We did! We actually did!
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor.
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
I'm as surprised as you are. We're making progress! We're what, 4 streams? Yeah, I think we're 4 streams into the second game. That shouldn't sound as impressive as it does that we've made it through a full day of investigation and made it to court in 3 streams, but we're just not gonna acknowledge it. It was your turn to watch her. I goofed, you guys. Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What?
What?
Shot?
That's not the surprise that dude mentioned over the phone, is it? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Mia.
His present?
I was at work. I was cutting the cheese, okay? I have an alibi. There's video. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew.
Any of you cutting the cheese? Hey, you know, now that you mention it, that was probably a weird way to put it. It's not like that, Chet. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yo!
I thought he'd show up, of course. Of course! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. God, why? The prosecution is ready, naturally. Okay, I don't like this at all. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. So, Sean, how do you feel that your military is about to lose? Yeah, no, I have no words for the incoming administration. The sheer level of stupidity in every sense of the word. Now you got a 60% tariff that it's jumped up to for everything from China, and a 25% tariff for anything from Canada and Mexico. They're genuinely just trying to destroy this country. That's all it is. I was gonna pussy, but it doesn't feel appropriate line of the current conversation. Shelly, my friend, is there ever a bad time to pussy? Is there really? How are you doing, my friend? We're gonna leave it at that because I think everyone here in the States just simply doesn't want to talk about it. Because there's always an off chance that there's some hard right winger that for whatever reason hangs around. But I feel like anybody who's hung out in the community is at least mildly informed and minimum centrist, if not really progressive. So I feel like anyone is just simply, first of all, not surprised at the just blatant stupidity. Dumpster fire is a perfect way to call it. And we all just have to ride it out and hope we survive, because it's gonna be a rough couple of years. But we got each other. And we're just gonna enjoy our escapes. And one of those escapes is listening to me horribly fail at playing Ace Attorney. And taking 9 months to finish a game. That for the average player takes roughly 15 to 20 hours. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. But outside of, the dumpster fire of everything, how are you doing, Shelly? Happy almost Turkey Day. Do you got any big plans? Same to everybody else in the community who is here in the United States. Y'all got anything planned for... I feel like Turkey Day is the only way to call it. Just cooking food? Heck yeah. Very nice. And staying home, I don't blame you. I don't at all. We're doing an early Thanksgiving dinner tonight. I'm gonna go burn a wagon. You know what, Jimmy? I think that's a good move. What is up, my man? How you doing? If you want to burn more than a wagon, you have my full permission. What is up, my dude? Sure, it takes so long. Other people have produced a whole baby in that time. When you put it into perspective like that, yeah, you're not wrong. It takes the amount of time that it would take for a baby to gestate for me to finish a single Ace Attorney game. I have a problem, Chet. Makes me wish we were neighbors. I'd burn stuff with you. No, that's fair. That's real fair, Shelly. It sounds like a solid time. Also, Twitch, if you're watching this is all jokes. I'm sure you couldn't tell from my inflection, but these are jokes. Wagon-covered wagon Ruby stares indigenously. That's fair. That is very fair. Are you so ready to celebrate the day where this country kind of stole everything from your people by eating turkey, Jimmy? I mean, we have a cult compound in the works. Sean, you guys are invited too. Jimmy's in charge of barista drinks. Alright, bet. I'll provide the cheese. We got this. We totally got this. Still gonna eat though? Yeah, no, that's fair. That's real fair. I'm with you on that. We ain't celebrating the day, but we are
taking any excuse to stuff my face with food. I currently have a whole pie's worth of pie in my fridge. And then over at my parents' place, where, like I said, we're doing early Thanksgiving tonight, my mom made 4? Oh my god, how did my ears get so messed up? Let me fix that. Thank you, Jimmy. Why did no one point this out? It's been 20 minutes and my ears were all like this. Appreciate you looking out, homie. But you know, my mom made 4 different pies, and I think 6 pies total. So there's so much pie and so much other food that's going to be over there, and I am going to absolutely gorge myself. I have purposefully not eaten much of anything today so I can eat a ton of ham and sides and amazing. Yeah, no, I thought the ears were on purpose. They're kind of a vibe. I mean, we could bring them back. Like, what was it? We had this one about there. There we go. Yeah, no, it's Pie Day now. I like Pie Day. How about a pilgrim-filled wagon with another wagon on top on fire? Pilgrim sandwich. Bet. To which Sean's statements are so ludicrous, no reasonable person would think it's fact. Exactly. I'm like Fox News. Hey, you're making pie too? Let's go. What kind of pie you having? We have a half of an apple crumb top pie that my family made for our wedding, which was super adorable. And then a quarter of a huckleberry and a quarter of family recipe pumpkin pie. And then I know at the house there's gonna be apple pie, huckleberry pie. I ain't falling for it this time. Pumpkin pie, and I think my mom also made a some kind of butterscotch pie. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna make a cream pie later. Let's go. The Twitch police are at your door. Please, I promise I'll turn into a right-wing grifter if you let me stay. I'll get on the first flight. Get Wednesday Addams on the way to bet. Let's see here. Hey, Swedish apple pie. Oh, that sounds delicious, Shelly. And I missed it earlier. You said me and Venom, garden and stuff, Kayla and Shelly cook. Bet. I feel like this is gonna work. I think this is gonna be perfect. Well, show me to your wagon, Sean. Jimmy, you assume that I'm that kind of white person. I don't own a wagon. I'm one of the poor peasants who's walking behind the wagon in the far back. Alright, let's do some Ace Attorney. At least I'm gonna say that, but probably immediately get distracted because of who I am as a person. But you know, what's everybody having? If you're cooking something. I was gonna say something fricked up, but I literally can't. Oh, come on. Do you want to DM it to me on Discord? And I can decide if it's something that should be read, Jimmy? Because I'm curious. No, dude, it's so... Well, okay. You gotta at least message it to me. You gotta tell me what it is. I more than likely won't read it if you, of all people, are saying it's freaking bad. Because... I feel like it takes a lot for you to say that, Jimmy. But I'm morbidly curious to see what it is that you have to say.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Cooking some scrambled eggs and sausage slices with ketchup for dinner? Hey, there you go. Nothing wrong with that, Ruby.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer.
Holy heck, why is it only Tuesday? I know, Venom, this is the longest week ever. I'm so glad that I only worked today before the day of turkening. Because even though it was just 8 hours, today felt so much longer. It was something else. How are you doing, Venom? It is good to see you. I just want to start referring it to other things, because like I feel like Turkey Day is a little too whimsical, and obviously Thanksgiving just feels straight up disrespectful considering the everything. So I might stick with turkening. Headed to Southern Oregon for the ladies' family dinner. Hey, nice. Sounds awesome. All right, let me read what Jimmy was gonna say. Okay. First of all, it's been so long since Jimmy and I have, or since I've opened DMs from Jimmy, I have to show you guys. This is the most recent thing outside of what Jimmy just sent me. And I don't remember the context as to why Jimmy sent me his monster, and I can't say that word, permit. But that was there in him. I have a permit. Okay, you do. You do. But yes, so back to our conversation where I have to read it. I do, Jimmy, because it's hilariously bad and out of pocket. So I had said, do I look like the kind of white person who owns the wagon? I'm the poor peasant who's standing at the back. And Jimmy wanted to say, I was going to say, you look like the slave-owning type. I can't. I can't. Hey, don't cancel me. Jimmy's the one who said it. Like I said, out of pocket. But see, here's the thing. I feel like it's much better coming out of me laughing rather than it being something messaged in chat where potentially Twitch would be like, hey, what is happening here? Shaw, did you know the reason your car started being so big was to avoid emission regulations? There were unknown cars? I did know that. I did. It is something else. I was an Xbox kid, okay? Jimmy, okay, but see, here's the thing. Like, I don't know why this has always been our relationship. Jimmy and my's friendship, it's one of two things. It's either blatantly homoerotic and mildly aggressive about it, or it's just horrendously offensive about the fact that I am very white and Jimmy is very native. Like, those are just always the way. It's one of two directions. That's it. There's no in between. The timing for Possessi was perfect. It really was. Oh. But you know, if you ever need an explanation as to what exactly Jimmy's and my friendship is, I feel like that covers it pretty well right there. 2 tips of a spectrum touchy. Just a nice bit of docking. We just chilling in this 3-way of life, exactly. And I mean, the best part is now we can officially say we're both 2 married dudes. Jimmy has a kid. Like, what a nice relationship. This is what true friendship is. It is. This is acceptance right here. Oh. And I see you try to catch me there, Haley. I'm watching that clock. It ain't done yet. Just 2 married dudes doing doodly things, exactly. Nothing wrong with 2 straight men touching each other's peens. If you can talk about forking your friends, who can you talk about? Honestly, though. Oh, I scared Gizmo. He was passed out. And apparently me throwing my hands up just scared him. Are you okay, blah, blah? Are you dying, Gizmo? Go back to sleep. Go take a nap, buddy. Nope, he's back to sleep. We're good. Yeah, just duding all up in each other deeply. Exactly. I can't see that. You better calm dim TDs. I'm gonna try. Don't worry. Yeah, no, 5 minutes is giving him a lot of credit. I think he's already forgotten, and it's been like maybe 30 seconds. Like, I'm most stressed. I literally just threw my hands in the air, but he was very heavily asleep. So that was enough to spook him. Gimmo always bringing us all back down to reality. Shall we try to ace eternity? I'm gonna say that and then again in 30 seconds. Shelly would like you to know that she loves you. You got a tiny snort, so I think that's a yes. Jimmy, no. I'd bunk. If only you didn't wake him up. Aw. So, fun fact, it's been a little bit chilly. Out of nowhere today, it just got ridiculously cold. Like this morning it was 38. It's currently only 58 out. For context, 2 days ago, it was in the 80s. Texas weather is ridiculous. I think tomorrow I know. Jimmy, I know. Trust me. Talking to you, I know that sounds like nothing. But we're talking like a 50-degree swing. So for this, I know. Nice as fuck. No! Oh my god, I had 3 seconds left! I hate myself. I genuinely hate myself right now. I'm never gonna recover from this. We just save this moment for later, so my pain is worth something. We feel for you, Sean, Jimmy. I don't. We feel for you while we laugh our butts off. That's fair. That's real fair. But you know, so it's been a little bit chillier. Our apartment is not insulated for the winter. It's insulated for the summer, and even then, it's not really well insulated for that. So it's been a little extra chilly inside the apartment. So Gizmo has been extra cuddly. He has a sweater on at all times. He's got his little hoodie that if I pull it up, it green screens, even though it's just a nice, like, almost kind of tealy blue. But so he's been just extra snuggly. And, yeah, no, see, that's the thing. Once Caitlin's mom is out of town, because we knew that she would end up complaining about how trashy it looked, as soon as she takes off, we're starting to hang blankets and sheets over the windows. Like, it's officially time to put up that extra layer of insulation that is the only way to survive when you were in a terribly insulated place. Would you like down, Gizzy? Oh, shot. I think he's done. Well, you know, so outside of him leaving, see, Shelly, I'm so glad you get it. I'm so glad you understand. Like, I know there's that plastic insulation you can put up on the window, but to be entirely honest, this is a really crappy apartment, and I don't want to spend any money on anything to fix. So we literally just take blankets and like double or triple layered sheets, and we just thumbtack them up over all the windows. It makes a significant difference. It's like 2-3 degrees minimum. To continue the Edgeworth 1 sec, what'd you do, Jimmy? But that's fair. That's fair. We have an issue with moisture accumulating on the windows. We do too. We really do. It sucks. Hey, Breeze, what is good? Let me ask, because I'm curious, and I feel like the answer might be yes. Is your place one of those made with paper? It sure feels like it some days. Venom and Shelly, are the apartments that both of you are in from the 90s? Because the one that we live in is from the... Ooh, that's fair. A dehumidifier does help a lot. We're in one from the 90s, and see, Jimmy, you probably get it too. The windows are all double pane, but I live in a house, but it was built, you know, exactly, sorry, I don't know why I said apartment, wherever you live, a trailer house that we got back in 95, see, yep, there's something about 90s double pane windows that for whatever reason, so much moisture gets in, like the window right behind our bed, last year, during the coldest of the winter, the condensation got so bad that we had like an almost half-inch thick layer of ice on the bottom of our window frame because of it. Wait, hold up, Mr. Derp, it do be. It do indeed officially be Mr. Derp. How are you doing, Breeze? Let's see here. Our window is 3-layered to protect from cold. That's smart right there. That is good. Otherwise, it is in good shape. Hey, there you go. I'm glad to hear. And I know windows are crazy expensive. It's dumb. And the lead in the water pipes is yummy. Jimmy, I can't. I think it's PANED, but I gotta be honest, I've never actually had to spell pained as in talking about, oh, yours are only single pane. Oh, Venom, I'm so sorry. That sucks. I gotta be honest, I feel like in this day and age, every living space should have double paned windows. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's PANED. Jimmy. But too lazy, exactly. I appreciate you, Breeze. Appreciate you kindly, my friend. I know, it does. It is something that we have to have our maintenance people come out and specifically treat the mold like twice a year to take care of. These apartments suck, and we're both so excited to get out of here in... Our lease is up in 4 months to the day, so we're getting really close. Which is silly, because where I live, we got some good wind. Yeah, no, exactly. Especially somewhere with a colder climate. Like, come on. There's no reason. You need triple paned in the UK. I bet. I really bet, Breeze. There's no way a single pane window would survive our winters here. I bet.
Yeah, no, we're getting really excited. It is near the end of next month. I'll be doing research to see how much it'll cost us to move. Make sure that we actually have enough money to be able to get out of Texas, which I'm fairly certain we will. I don't think things have gone up that much. But again, we'll see what happens. Because it'll either be like late February or early March that we make the move. Yeah, no, that is a fact. Making sure we have all our ducks in a row, know exactly how much everything is going to cost, is going to be huge. Because it's like, it's also not something that we could do in a single day. I'm pretty sure the drive will be somewhere around like 27-ish hours. So there's no way we're going to be able to do it without stopping at least one, if not 2 nights on the way. So we also got to budget in hotels, food. Obviously, there's gas for doing the truck. We don't want to have to wait around for our stuff to arrive and do like a pod situation where we pack it up, they pick it up, and then send it over there, and like 10 to 12 days later it arrives. Yeah, no problem. It's going to be Southern Washington. We're looking to do Southern Washington. Yeah, we're going to be moving, Jimmy. We should hopefully be getting out of... I can't curse. We'll just say the terrible state that we're in. Yes, we found an apartment that we really like and everything. So it's going to be super close. You have family in Washington? Hey, let's go. Heck yeah. I was going to say, we're going to be so much closer to some actual, like, true friends. Venom, I know you are not super far. We're talking about the state, not the District of Columbia. I know, neighbors with Venom. Were you and Brad still thinking about moving over there whenever the opportunity comes? But you know, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice. Hopefully you can get somewhere a little bit better soon, Shelly. I know moving states especially is really difficult these days. Like, it's just so pricey. But you know, we also, like, we have our car, and we don't want to put the, like, over 2,000 miles on the car for the move, so then we also have to make sure that it's a truck that's big enough for our stuff, but not too big so it's not crazy expensive, and also is a truck that's big enough that can handle having a trailer hitch, because we're going to have the car attached to the back. It's going to be a lot. But I'm pretty sure we've got enough money. It should be all good. Can Texas be considered a curse, or at least Ted freaking Cruz? God, honestly though. Things are kind of on hold right now because his grandma passed, but his step-grandfather has had a property assessed for cost to build. Ooh! Oh, Venom, that's amazing! If Neighbors with Venom could be the next sitcom. What is up, Keffel? How are you doing, my friend? It is so good to see you. Feel free to DM me about it, because I know you, like me, prefer to be private about personal location, because you never know who's going to be a sketchy one on the internet. But if you want to DM me, like, either the city or roughly where you'll end up being, I can do the same to you. The plan is for his mother and aunt to get 2 sheets extra to property, and his mom is gonna give the other half of hers. Oh my gosh, Venom! That's amazing! Well, my condolences for the loss, truly, but that is, at least there's something extremely good and exciting coming out of it for you guys. That is awesome. I know where you're at is not a great place to be, so hopefully that ends up making a huge difference. And I know Caitlin and I are extremely excited for us all to be able to actually hang out. The only rule I have is no surprise visitors. I want to answer. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm with you. I am so with you on that. If we don't arrange things at least like 2-3 days in advance, if not probably over a week because life is busy, I'm gonna answer the door and be like, hi, it's so nice to see you, unless you're dropping something off, hi, bye. I have no idea. I want to say it's a half an acre. Hey, still, that ain't bad. Not big enough for a closed compound, but that's a nice bit of space for the two of you. That's amazing, Venom. Congratulations. That is so dope. I'm a ding-dong ditch you, but that's rude. But also, the dogs are going to get angry at that, Jimmy, so don't be surprised if I have to sick a Jasper on you. He is small but mighty. Thanks, Jimmy. I wouldn't expect less, honestly. But yeah, no, we're getting really excited. I know my parents are wanting to move
kind of in and around where we're going to be, probably a little bit further north than the area we're looking at. Or looking at, if I could talk. But funny. That's fair. That's fair. So it'll be nice. We'll be super close to where my grandma is. Like, obviously, I'll be super close to Jimmy. Venom when Venom moves over there. I still got a couple of other old friends from the area. My grandma, I probably did just say that, I think, but my grandma is going to be like a 40-ish minute drive. Oh, nice, Venom. Let me respond to Venom real quick. But, you know, that's not bad at all. That is very much within friendship distance. Heck yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm going to try. Also, I have to say, Venom. Caitlin is gonna get so extremely excited when I tell her that you guys have, like, definitive plans for being able to move to the area, too. Being able to go and visit your grandma is gonna be so nice. I know. It really is. I'm super excited. Like, obviously, she hasn't been able to meet Caitlin yet because both of us are essentially just a hair over paycheck to paycheck, so making a trip out there is hard. I haven't seen my grandma in... It'll be 4 years in February. So it'll be really nice to actually, like, be able to consistently do stuff. It'll be nice to know some people out there. I'm awful at making friends. Venom, I feel that so much. Like, the other problem I have is I don't want to say I'm standoffish, but I have a short patience for people who struggle with boundaries. So to actually, like, to make that step into being friends takes a lot of trust from me. And it's a hard balance to find the right people to actually be friends with. Because, like, I need my space and peace. I don't mind chatting and hanging, but if it's like every day you want to talk, like, constantly, I'm like, okay, well, how about no? Like, how about we just calm down? I got a life, you got a life, we can chill, we can hang sometime, but just calm down. This is too much. Let's hear it. I'm gonna bust through your door, burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean. Jimmy, no, can't stop, won't stop. I suppose there's all the people I went to high school with who never left the area, but I'm definitely not the same person who was in high school. Yeah, no, I get that, Venom. Like, there are... I'm so glad Jimmy lives so far away. Yeah, no, it's probably for the best that Jimmy's within, having to actually stay in the area distance and not super driving distance. Love you, Jimmy. People went to school with buttholes, but I find it funny when they try to send me Facebook friend requests. Like, dude, used to make fun of me. I'm not talking to you now. Relatable, Shelly. That is fair. I am now rapidly approaching your location. I can't, Jimmy. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I'm really glad that I never, like, truly got into social media. I say that as I'm streaming. Don't ask me why I feel like it's different streaming, because I feel like this is an actual, at least, live conversation. It feels different than having your feed of just random people who you barely have any interactions with. It just... I'm glad that wasn't my thing. Like, no disrespect to anybody who is. I understand, to each their own. Well, that was just never my vibe. Let me look all the doorknobs in preparation. I don't know what that's gonna accomplish. Jimmy is... Can I make a really messed up joke? Can I make a joke that I'm probably gonna mildly regret? It made sense in my head. I'll clip it, Ben. Jimmy, the reason for licking the doorknobs is obviously you were native, so therefore you aren't going to have the immune system to handle the European germs. And yes, it is pertinent that this is 2 days before Thanksgiving that this is being said. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys know I am 100% joking. And the things that have happened to Native Americans, horrendous, should never have happened. We have to laugh through the pain because I can't fix it. Well, Sean, to counter that, the smallpox blankets don't work, so I ain't scared. This is why you're one of my best friends, Jimmy. You just get it. You really do. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh, best Thanksgiving movie, Addams Family Values, prove me wrong. There is no proving you wrong, because that is just a straight fact right there. 100%. Should we ace it? No! Venom, thank you for clipping that. You know, if... You guys all know me. So you know none of this is actually being said seriously. But I always find it hilarious on those rare occasions that I make some horrendous joke like that in Jimmy's presence, just simply, again, because our relationship is either massively homoerotic and mildly aggressive, or just 100% in on the white person native relationship of the past. But to someone on the outside looking in, you see me looking like mildly, okay, you know, more than mildly. More than mildly. But you see me looking like this. And you 100% expect someone who looks like me to more than likely actually believe those kinds of things. So to someone on the outside looking in, it probably looks really bad. That point when people from an entirely different country walk into your house and say, look what I just discovered, it's mine now, exactly. Jimmy, all your jokes are terrible in the best way. They are, my man. Life is better when you have some occasionally really dark jokes, and it all works out in my favor anyway. Okay, now that Sean has been cancelled for at least the 5th or 6th time, because, oh yeah, no, cancel culture's a totally real thing. Canceling happens, other blah blah blah, right wing. I can't curse. Frick, you mean dark jokes.
Yes, for those of you who are wondering, when I said dark jokes, that was a comment about Jimmy's skin tone, as well as the fact that dark jokes is another word for potentially very offensive jokes. It was meant as a racial thing, too.
I don't like how you emphasize dark. It's okay, play an instrument, fake cry, and make an apology video. You know, we've done a couple of those before. And I am still here today, so I guess I can get uncancelled again. Where's my ukulele? You gross. And you know why I can't truly be cancelled? Because I am a safe white male. I say as someone who is incredibly gender apathetic. I know, I was gonna say, I think it's been like 30 minutes since we've played. I was doing really good at the start. It was a solid like 20 minutes straight of progress to begin things. Oh no, Haley, what did you send me? Real estate fallopian tube. Who says ectopic pregnancy has to be a bad thing? Pending a medically necessary eviction, this luxurious short-term rental can fit a growing fertilized egg for about 6 to 10 weeks. Man, the onion is great. The instrument must be ukulele sheeped, exactly. And then Jimmy happened. Which, to be fair, it always makes for the best moments. It really does. Like, I think at this point it is incredibly safe to say there is no knowing what's gonna come out of my mouth when Jimmy's here. But it's gonna be something that's at least a little bit messed up.
but also a little bit funny. You mean our part plans are working is what you mean. That's fair. That is fair. Okay. I'm gonna reset this so it's back in tune. And I'm gonna try and read a line. And I say a line loosely. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Wait, but why Gumshoe? He wasn't there. Also, I can say the fuck word. I can curse again. Let's go! Hey, read my comment. Oh no. You know, I am a safe white male. Is what the first pilgrim probably said! How did I miss that, Jimmy? Fucking golden. Oh, I love it. Oh. Witness your name and occupation. I'm trying to play.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now. For now. After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Oh, poor Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Is this the Twitch police knocking at my door again? Oh.
No cursing, mother
No.
ducker.
It's the no cursing brigade. They're not subtle.
I can't feel the judgment.
They're really not subtle, and they always make some kind of noise on the way out there. I've been disrespected. The prosecution has no... Oh no, I already read that. Yeah, keep going.
Your penis. Oh.
I can't! Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
The business.
Ah! Oh. Alright, fine. Gimmo, I hope this doesn't disturb you, but I'm trying to wake you up from your nap now so you don't get perturbed. I'm sorry. I was made to bonk.
My balls are gone. You know
I
what?
had to bonk.
I'm already snipped, motherfucker. I don't need them.
I love
Take
you.
them. Take them
Go
away.
back to your nap in your
Stop
shark
farting in my
bed, buddy. Honestly, though, Jimmy. Honestly.
Yes, sir.
I should have known that he would immediately nut in my chat room after that. Now, let's have your testimony. Oh, no.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
It feels weird to do character voices in ASMR.
So we're just gonna go back to doing it this way, because I don't feel like I can keep my voice quiet enough to do proper ASMR. So this is what we all have to deal with now. Don't you nut. Don't you dare nut to this. Or, I guess, do. I'm not one to judge. Like, do your thing. That's a lot of nut in my chat room. It's starting to get a little bit sticky in here, and it's a little uncomfortable. Can somebody clean up? Jimmy, you started this. I know you're not the one who made me do the up close mic, but Jimmy, you nutted first, so like, I'm gonna need you to clean this whole thing up.
The actual nut emote. I love it, Venom. Oh, thank you, Ruby. Thank you kindly. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of hoping that Jimmy stepped away in this moment, because if Jimmy is actively here right now, he would be saying something very inappropriate. And Jimmy, if you do hear this, I would like to remind you. 8 years old. She's 8 years old. Don't. Just don't. Don't even think about it. Don't. Not even for the funnies, Jimmy. That's inappropriate. It's weird. I still hate it every time. Yeah, no, it's so uncomfortable. Why? Why in the early 2000s was there a dev team or a writing team, depending who got onto it first, who was like, you know, it's a great idea. Let's have an 8-year-old character who gets possessed by a full-grown, like, 26, I don't remember how old Mia was exactly, but, like, 26 to 30-year-old. Yeah! And takes on the form. Again, she's still 8 years old, but she takes on the form of the older one. Yep. So we're essentially seeing her spirit channeled through an 8-year-old. And it never gets any less uncomfortable. It is... We're just gonna move past it. Yeah, Sean, I got a joke for you. Oh no, what you got? What you got, Ruby? It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Knock knock, who's there? I don't like where this is going. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Abby? Abby who? I don't think this is one I've heard before. Abby Thanksgiving. Alright, that was a pretty good one. That was a good one. Yeah, no, Jimmy. That is Pearl. That is this 8-year-old child channeling an adult, which then makes her take the form of the adult. Not just her face, but everything, and it's never any less disturbing. I really thought that was going to turn raunchy. Yeah, no, I was incredibly surprised by how tame it was. That's on you for thinking it wasn't going to be a wholesome one for once. Yeah, oh no, you got both me and Wibbles with it. That's fair. Dude, I don't know. I really don't understand it. It's weird.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony.
Knock knock, who's there, Venom? I can do some PWP. Is Wibbles in? Nope, Wibbles is not lurking, so now I gotta actually remember how to properly do it. Did we do it right? Did we get it right? We did! Go follow Weeping Liberty! Obviously, hang over here. We're both equally cool. Maybe keep a tab up of both of us. But go follow Weeping Liberty. I feel like everybody should at this point. If you know me, you should also know Wibbles. But on the off chance that you don't, go follow Weeping Liberty. Wibbles is lovely. Oh, I gotta go poop in Libby's chat. Hey, you were all good. Do it. But Venom, who's there? I'm very curious to see what your knock knock joke is, and I'm wondering if it's gonna be innocent or not. No one, because it's Jimmy doing a ding dong ditch. Perfect. That's perfect. Picked on that. I almost went with adding in you filthy pilgrim at the end. That's fair. That's real fair. Alright, let me do this. Let me try and do it.
The victim, Juan Corrido, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir.
And you know what? I can do a little bit of other. What type of dong? Let's see if it's going to actually let me do it. But there's somebody else. I guess this is a different kind of PSP. Because we also have our friend Shelly, who's a streamer. Unfortunately, there's a cooldown on the actual little button. But there's a thing in chat. But below me, somewhere, on my screen, it's literally right there. But for you guys, it's probably down below. Go follow Shelly, too. Shelly's a lovely streamer. Wonderful human being. Go show love to Shelly, too. Go follow all of the friends and go hang. They are delights. Each and every one of them. Absolutely. 100%, friend. We share the love around here. Yeah, I do know that. I've got it set up so that exclamation point command actually sets off both, but unfortunately there is a cooldown on the slash command. I can't remember just how long it is. Let me see. It'll probably still be on there. Let's see here. Oh no! Okay, apparently the cooldown between then and now is over. So do that. You can also do that to follow Shelly. But we can do that too. Cause our friend Ruby has also recently started streaming. So here's a link to Ruby. Go hit to follow on that too. Go click the link, or open it in another tab, and go follow Ruby. All of the lovely and wonderful friends. Go do it. Do the thing. pro-love all around because, frankly, the world is a dumpster fire. Jimmy, that one guy, oh my god, thank you for the follow. It is such an honor and a pleasure. I've never met you before in my life, so thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Derp Squad. It's a pleasure to have. Oh wow, wow, really? Frick your rules? Immediately, this is the first thing you ever say to me? Person that I've never known before by the name of Jimmy, that one guy who's totally not my homie. That's rude, exactly. It's time to ban. Wow, I hope this is a non-racist safe space. Oh my god. So sadly, the Justice Command can only be done by a mod, so I can do that. I can handle that. We'll just go ahead and do this. Fun fact. That command was put in place because of our dear friend and honorary mod, Lana is a Weeb, who wanted a Justice Command. Like 2.5 years ago, had asked for it, and I was like, you know what, bet, but I don't want it to be available to everyone. Not for any particular reason, but just because I wanted to be a specialist command for someone who was like one of the first 15 people to follow. Back in the days when I had no idea what I was doing. And it stayed around this whole time. I might get spammy too. Yeah, exactly. Jokes at you. I'm on the rest. You got no jurisdiction here. Fuck! I've been bamboozled. But Sean Nutmud, Sean Streeper. I read it in the funny way that you spelled it, without actually thinking about what it was gonna sound like. And yes, I did just call myself a stripper. And you know what, to be fair, that is actually mildly accurate because there have been times. Obviously not stripping down to nothing, but there were a couple of times where... I'm sad the TTS doesn't work. I need to go in and fix that. For those of you who can't see it because the text is light on the light background, Ruby's gifted 69 bits, which thank you for the biddies. And let's see here. That was meant to be a D. Wait. What do you mean? Cause what Ruby sent was sex nuts. Was that supposed to be D's nuts? Venom, thank you for the 420 bits. Let's go! Funny number! Ruby, I don't know how you managed to get so close and yet so far. It's beautiful. It is fantastic. I love this community so much. I absolutely do. I appreciate you all. Blame my sausage fingers. Fair enough.
Sean.
That is fair. I'm trying. I am trying. Let me text Caitlin back real quick. You know, it's so much of a habit to say future wife. I need to drop the future part because we're actually married now. I'm an idiot. Honestly, sex nuts works too, though. Honestly, it does. It really does. Alright. 2 more minutes Ace Attorney and then more tangents, because that's just how this always works. I don't know what it is about this game. Why am I so bad at committing to it? No. It's Jimmy. Jimmy is the answer. Are you telling Caitlin you called yourself a stripper? No, I'm not, and she will never know that. She doesn't need to. Even though I'm pretty sure one of the times that I stripped, she was actually here with me. I didn't actually strip. It was one of the days that I was wearing the maid costume. And I wore a green screen shirt over top for the meme. And then took it off to reveal the maid costume. It was a thing. Oh, dude, did you propeller it? Oh, never mind. You know we helicoptered it, Jimmy. Even if it wasn't seen under the skirt, it was helicoptering 100%.
Why am I this way? Why is it only around Jimmy, but why am I this way? Fuck yeah. Jeepers Christmas. Venom, would you expect anything else? Like I've said many a time today, take a whistle. Take a whistle to it to see how loud you can get it. Oh, tape a whistle to it to see how loud you can get it. When Jimmy and I are together, I think after that, this place is bad for my laughing muscles, I know. Giving me the vapors. My abs always end up hurting after hanging with you guys. Because there's just so many beautiful shenanigans. That's fair. There's so many beautiful shenanigans. But you know, like I've said many a time today, when Jimmy and I are in the presence of each other, it's always, and I can't say mildly anymore. Does medium feel too light? Does saying it's a medium amount of homoeroticism feel like an accurate way to call Jimmy and I? I feel like that's it. You alternate. Yeah, we really do. We immediately revert to 12-year-old boys. Nah, dog, we fucking on site. Bet. Bring the lube, Jimmy. Laughing till my tummy hurts. Why not lose tummy? Honestly, though, there really is nothing like licking some cheese off some titties. No, we know Venom come back. Nothing but spit shine. Oh my god. Wait, no, not you too, Shelly. Wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. Do you two need a moment alone? It's fine. We don't mind the public knowing about it. We got no shame about our feelings for each other. Shall we get back to video game?
First, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case.
So just us now, eh? What you wanna do, Jimmy? What you wanna do? Just applied to a job as a writer for a travel company in Scotland, with the head office is in Iceland. They sell all the Nordic countries, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, the UK, and Ireland. Oh, that sounds dope! Ruby, thank you for the 15 bits. OnlyFans link with Jimmy Wen. At 1,000 followers. Sean OnlyFans looks like it's free. You know, I do have to think about the fact that there are probably some things that I do and say on this channel that I actively could put on only derps. That I actively could put on something like OnlyFans and actually make money on. But see, then it just feels dirty, because at least this way it's jokes. We're doing it for jokes. At that point, it feels like it's real serious. Sean's OnlyFans is where you can find his feed pics. But you know, Breeze, that's awesome. Hopefully you end up being able to hear back from him and at least get an interview, if not get the gig, because that would be awesome. And I don't blame you for trying to get out of where you're at. It doesn't sound like it is the best situation. Play the game, streamer. I'm trying, Shelly. I'm really trying. I know it's hard to believe, but I know who I am as a person. And I can genuinely say this is me trying.
However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
Why did you dismiss that, though? I don't trust that.
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yeah, no, not serious at all. Yeah, no, exactly. The things that Jimmy and I say are not things that we plan on doing the moment that our gracious faces meet each other. It'll never happen.
Yes, sir. Well, the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, let's see if we can at least finish the cross-examination today. We only got 50 minutes left, so I'm not super confident. Let's press him. And also reset this, because that is a long delay. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, Detective.
Okay, nothing there. This is probably a nothing burger, but I'll ask anyway. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Madam Guard's manager. She's a real pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
Judge, why is everyone so horny? I say that fully acknowledging the fact that I said those things jokingly about Jimmy that I did not, 5 minutes ago.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Ungard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
Was there gonna be some kind of crossover or something? Is that why that happened? Or why he was gonna be there too? Let's look at this one. The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Carita was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal.
You know, it was a butter knife, Nick.
Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana.
What? Eh?
Banana?
I was so blinded by my own shenanigans that I forgot how much of a moron the judge is.
His bandana, sir. It's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Oh, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Can I fire the judge? Is that a thing that I could legally do?
Then what about the knife?
Seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer here on our hands.
Okay. So he was actually strangled. Interesting. Why did you dismiss the guitar case? And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar, did commit the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but...
But?
The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
I see. So much for my theory then.
Okay. Interesting. I want to press on this a little. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So that guitar case... Excuse me.
I'm so sorry, Chet.
So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel?
That's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana.
Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir.
Oh, no. Oh. Okay, so there was nothing wrong with those.
Matt and Guard and Juan Corrido were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. It's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ungard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
No. No. I don't have any pictures to actually corroborate this. If we remember back to when we were doing our investigation, when we got to Ungard's room and looked at the table where there was still the place settings from when Matt and, what's her name? Amanda? Adrian. I don't know why I can't remember her name. Adrian Andrews had dinner together. Nick mentioned that something looked off about the table. And if I remember right from looking at it, there was only one steak knife when they both did have, I think it was T-bone steaks or some like hefty steak for dinner that night. That golden knife has to be the steak knife that was used for dinner. Specifically the one from Matt on guard. Which does, again, do nothing but cast doubt on this because he did not buy the knife. It was just simply something that he used. Why would he have used a either butter or steak knife, since I can't really tell from looking at it? But why would he use a knife that his fingerprints were all over to stab someone after already strangling them? You would have an easier time getting away with it if you didn't have the fingerprints on the knife. You probably wouldn't have had anything traceable on the bandana, because I'm guessing if we're trying to claim that he was a master criminal who bought his weapon beforehand, wouldn't you think he'd be wearing gloves? So again, how does this make this premeditated, and how does this make it foolproof? I don't believe any of this.
Sir, the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clear, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. In the grip, Gatewater is engraved. Gatewater Hotel was where it happened. Again, it's obviously a frame job. There's no doubting that. I have no idea how we're going to prove it, though.
And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes. And we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
So here's the real convenient thing that you're glossing over. You have a button, which if we go back to the scene of the crime, I can't remember where it is. That button is conveniently right underneath where he was stabbed. How exactly did the button fall? Because it seems real convenient, Gumshoe. What? Like, it's obviously just a plant.
All of this points very clearly that the defendant doesn't.
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? No. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. I'll press you as hard as I like, that's... Nope. Never mind, I take it back. Nick and Edgeworth are still gonna smash. Alright. Let's press him on these. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Ungard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. Ungard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown.
But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. Excuse me.
That is true, Pad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
Give me some. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Ungard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
Which means that in the defendant's eye, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. You make a good point, Nick.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective... it's not... Well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Oh my god, you and your stupid objections.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why they were firing you.
Or why you were fired, excuse me.
No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's...
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
No! No, Detective. Let's continue with the testimony. No. Not my poor pension, too.
Poor dude. Don't touch my boy Gummy. His feet hurt from walking around the scene, exactly. Why are you being so rude, Edgeworth?
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
What is up, Average? How are you doing, my dude? It is so good to see you today.
Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Nope. Sorry, Nick. Alright, let's keep pressing. I really thought he was gonna ask something more intelligent. Do you have any proof that that button belonged to the victim?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir!
Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread and the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
Okay. I am seeing nothing so far. And I am nervous. That I ain't gonna find shit. When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
Pretty fine for you Saturday's Attorney today. On the DS though, it's the only Italian release. Oh, sadness. Well, hopefully they end up enjoying it. I'm sure they're gonna finish it long before we finish the original trilogy. I'm glad you're doing fine though, my friend.
Sir, it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? Okay. Let's ask about this, because I feel like this is where it's... Or no. It's going to be the next one where he says that the... Why am I even asking? I know what it is now. It's the one where he says he bought the knife. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, Wright? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of the knife then?
That's all so wrong. I'm not happy that you're back. I was originally Edgeworth, but now I'm very disappointed in you. I'm gonna press because you didn't even look at it. The knife was not bought. Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder. Or that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. The defendant
Did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh?
It has Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gatewater. I think I've heard the name before somewhere.
It's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel.
Uh-oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Ba-boom!
Yes, that is very true. This is very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? Oh no. Panic! Rare footage of Gummy connecting the two neurons instead of letting them dance in a samba? Uh-oh, honestly. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
But I didn't... Oh.
Poor Gummy! The question is, where did this knife come from? It came from the room. Came from his hotel room.
Well, that's obvious. Came from the victim's room. Mr. Juan Corrida.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. Balls? Balls, 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 balls! The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There is a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
Fuck! If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant Matt on guard. Yep. I called it. I thought it was gonna help us, but it did not. I called it. It's the knife from his room. Especially what was on top of his table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Maddenguard's knife was missing. I should not have gone toe-to-toe. I'm so sorry. I'm yawning too much. I shouldn't have gone toe-to-toe with Edgeworth. This is gonna be bad. Maya's gonna die. Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he'd used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. What if he just wanted to make sure he had a steak knife? And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. You do make some fair and compelling points. But I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed!
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps. I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your time. Although, Sean, get your act together. You're losing. I'm trying my best, but my best is apparently incredibly piss poor today. I'm disappointed in myself. I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown.
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well,
Phoenix, your best is mediocre. Yeah, I'm sorry. The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here...
I'm saving. I'm saving. I am saving. That gavel of his will be the sound, or the ringing out. Oh my god, words! That gavel of his will be ringing out this to the sound of our defeat.
He's not losing, he's just disagreeing with the prosecution, and the judge, and the gallery, and common sense, and the defendant. Yeah.
Mr. Wright, you have something important and necessary to present to the court.
There's one. Excuse me. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all.
Even though Edgeworth is the one who said it for you because you're such a pushover for the prosecution, Judge.
However, I am giving you one chance, and only one.
The judge is saying right, it's just... Don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. Oh god, this is gonna be spicy. Deep cleansing breaths. I can do this.
And why does this child still have breasts? That's the most pressing
Gambling.
question. Oh, snap.
Let's go.
Hat roulette to calm me down. Up the... I forgot I didn't close that. Let's spin the wheel.
Pretend you never saw that, Chet. Fancy cat ears.
Ba-bam. And... ba-boom. Let's do this. I'm going to figure this out. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us, which is why we save scum.
You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
The hat is Monster Fricker Pyramid shortened to MF Curtain. I don't know, or MF Permit. Why did I not read the word fucker? I can curse. Okay, so I have two thoughts. I feel like the suicide report is too much of a jump. So I want to start with the wine glass, but that's my other idea.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. That was right? I was... Oh yeah, that's right. If there were signs of a struggle, why is there a completely fine glass? I was smart for once! Let's go! I shouldn't be that excited. Appreciate the potential tip, Haley. We go in Galaxy Brain today. I am progressing. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup was all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Praise Meepus.
Praise Meepus indeed.
Well, I see your point.
However, you stumbled into it like a buffoon. Okay, but if I still got it right on the first time, it doesn't discount me being a buffoon. But I also did get it right on the first try, so like, credit where credit's due. However, this glass that was sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is the wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you have to say?
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion.
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? What are you about to spew? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. Okay, but... why would she have gone walking into his room with a glass of tomato juice? I'm so lost on where you're going with this one, Edgy. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. Then test it for fingerprints.
That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set the glass down without thinking? After 2 years of playing this game, I've just noticed that the characters' hands are... they are unnaturally large now that you mention it. I hadn't noticed that before. That's gonna bother me. I'm thinking no way. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instincts and point with certainty. They might just fall, or they just might fall for it. If you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual.
Drawing anatomically correct hands is very hard, which is why most cartoons draw a four-fingered hand. That is very fair, Haley. If I appear weak, bish you weak. There's no doubting it. You know, Nick, you're doing your best, but you're very weak, man.
Miss Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has anything. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think the wine glass escaped my notice? Then... of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Nani? Honestly. Did I goof? Fingerprints.
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one. Well, whose were they?
Adrian. They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews.
What?
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita.
Okay, but... Excuse me, yawn. Here is my question. And I feel like everyone here in chat can agree with me. If you were in shock over walking in expecting to see someone you know and instead found a dead body, I don't think you would then go to gingerly place your glass down on the nearest surface. I feel like you might just simply drop it in shock. So this feels like a real stretch.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
God damn it, Judge.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, Wright? I can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Son of a...
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course, I would no need to waste perfectly good alcohol, but it's tomato juice. It ain't even booze.
I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Son of a bitch! Did I fuck up?
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Oh, God.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
It's gonna be Old Bag.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
It's gonna be Wendy. Okay. Okay. It's only for the Western version. I bet the OG was alcohol, probably. Okay. So. I'm having a very harsh debate right now. Our favorite gilf. Oh, God. Do I want to have to deal with Old Bag today? We got 15 minutes left. I don't think I can shenaniganize my way out of this. Alright, let's do this.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation.
Oh, God.
Ha! Gotcha!
I wonder what happened to the calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, edgy boy! It's been what? A year since we last met, hasn't it?
Lucas, my dude, what is good? How are you doing, my friend? It is so good to see you. Not you, too! She's not a gilf. She's obnoxious. She's the worst. No, Grammy, I loathe fearsomely. Thank you, Haley. Thank you for being on my side.
You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew what under that under the helmet,
the Unabomber with his homemade pistol, 1980s colorized,
was the wicked witch of the witness stand.
Kind of played yourself, Edgy.
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything.
That's what gilf means, right? You know. I'm down with that. I feel like it fits real well for this attempted kawaii motherfucker.
Even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime. Miss Witness, That terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
Glad you're doing okay, my dude. What you been up to lately?
Shush! I'm talking to my dad, you wedgie, right now.
Haven't been on Twitch much? I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you at all. That is very fair.
Don't interrupt us, Gramps!
Yes, madam.
No. Please, by all means, interrupt her. Please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth and hot-headed, or that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I minded at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
'Twas a great job being able to see my dear age or one.
Her name is Oldbag, that is so rude. Okay, but here's the thing. Also, her first name is Wendy. So it is indeed Wendy Oldbag. But also, Wendy is the worst and we hate her with every fiber of our being. It's one. Like in Spanish. I know, I messed that one up. That was my bad. Every once in a while, there's something that I struggle to pronounce in some of the voices. Is it I thought it said old hag. It really should be.
'Twas almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you're a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly.
Yeah, no, she was more of a fan of the 25-year-old dude. No, 21-year-old dude who looked like he was in his 40s.
After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man. One corrida.
But those two were the same age, you know, Nick, just don't worry about it.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Okay. So we only have 10 minutes left until I have to stop stream. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're gonna get through her full testimony in those 10 minutes, and I'm gonna forget everything. So I think we're gonna stop the game here. Because again, I got a harsh time. We still got another like 15 minutes that we can hang and chat. But I gotta get ready to do an early Thanksgiving dinner with my family and with Caitlin's mom and obviously my wife as well. It's gonna be great. So I think we're gonna stop with this here. I was driving a car today. My driver said, let's go to a private so you can learn how to change gears and stuff, but I already knew that. So after 15 minutes, he said, okay, you know what, let's go to the city. And I was like, ooh, shit, my car stopped 3 times at a stop sign when I was trying to go. But after that, I got the hang of it. After 2 hours of driving, my driver said to park and said that for the first time driving, you're doing good. And he already signed you up for next week. Yo, Lucas, congratulations. That's amazing, my guy. That is phenomenal. Look at you killing it. Look at you doing absolutely fantastic. Proud of you, my dude. It's gonna be no time before you get your license, my friend. But you know, we're still gonna hang and chat for a few minutes longer because we ain't immediately ending things. But thank you guys so much as always for coming and hanging out. It always means the world to get to do this with you all. I can never get enough opportunities for us to hang, and I'm super, super excited. It was noticed that I kept looking at the numbers on the gears. I mean, it's something that, it's gonna take you a minute to not have to do. You'll get there, but it's a habit that'll eventually break. I'm gonna drop the link for the Discord because for those of you who are not in it, and for those of you who do not know, we're only doing 2 actual Twitch streams this week because on Thursday, what we're gonna be doing before Thanksgiving festivities happen for everyone, we're gonna end up doing. I'm sorry, Wibbles. Were you about to raid? Were you gonna raid? He said for every time you look at a gearbox, you give me 5 zloty. Oh no, he's really chilling. Cool. Best driver, glad I listened to my friend. Good for you. I'm so sorry, Wibbles. I'm so sorry. We got early Thanksgiving dinner happening very shortly, so I have to end things. Hopefully you got somebody else to raid, but if not, I am sorry that I am the worst. Fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. Alright, fine then. Go hang with who is live? Who else is live? what other peeps are. I mean, Infi is live, so that's always an option. Oh. Well, apparently on Friday, I'm going to have to be family friendly. Wibbles, it's so good to see you, though, friend. Much, much love. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had an amazing stream. But yes, I know. What a way to end this. Honestly, though. Hot dang, Lucas, with the 6942, which we're going to pretend there's a 0 on the end then, because 69420. We will be family friendly when we play Pseudo Regalia on Friday. Yay! But yeah, Thursday we are going to be doing a community hang. We're going to be doing it early enough that a majority of us here in the States will not be sitting down to be either like doing prep work or to actually be eating Thanksgiving or hopefully doing stuff. It'll be a nice way to kick off the holiday. And honestly, I've really been enjoying getting those chances for us to actually hang as a community more. It's something that more will be revealed shortly. There's some announcements that I'll probably make on the 1st over again on Discord. So make sure you're in the Discord because there's a lot of change that's going to be happening soon. But yeah, I plan on us doing it a lot more in the future because the world is a fucked up place. There's a lot of messy and horrifying shit happening, and why do I still have these ears on? I could have taken them off 7 minutes ago. I want to make sure that this place is, at least for those moments that we get a chance to be able to, even for just a moment, escape and feel like it ain't, the world being on fire around us. But yeah, news coming on that soon. Next stream is going to be Friday. We're going to be checking out Pseudo Regalia. And again, make sure you're in the Discord because on Thursday, we are going to be doing a community hang. It is going to be a blast. There's currently a poll up over in there in suggestions and questions, so make sure that you get your vote in. There is a very heavy lead for Placid Plastic Ducks right now, but Web Fishing and Lethal Company are the other two that are up for that. So make sure you get your voice heard because we got plenty of time. That poll is going to drop, and we'll announce the winner when we do the announcement for the community hang Thursday morning. But yeah, no, sadly, we got to end things here. I cannot wait to see you guys on Thursday to do some actual, chilling as a group. And Friday's going to be awesome. We should hopefully be able to do a little bit of a longer stream. Because I know things have been, pretty well stuck at 2 hours lately. But there's, things have been very busy in just general. Work is busy and then life is busy, but things are going to start calming down for a minute before Christmas happens, and then obviously things are going to get crazy again. But the holiday seasons, we're almost halfway there. But as always, we're going to be serenaded on the way out here by the man himself, Victor, aka Halo Bear. Do yourself a favor, go listen to the man stuff. He makes some incredible music. You're not going to regret a second you give to him. But we will be back here on Twitch on Friday, hanging over in Discord on Thursday. So until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Start to your Thursday. If I don't see you over there, excuse me, random hiccup. For all of our American friends, I hope you have a lovely, lovely turkening. I hope Turkey Day is fantastic. You go eat some dank food, stuff yourself like nobody's business. And I cannot wait to either see you all Friday over here or Thursday over on the community side. I love you guys.
In the arms of the derp, fly away to the derp stream. From this dark, cold retail store, seriously, screw retail, and the endless derp you feel. You are pulled from the derp of your silent, eternal derp. You're in the arms of the derp. May you find comfort in this stream. Welcome to Sergeant Herp Derp Stream.